And we're blessed with another great quality person, Derek Kilmer, who's in the 6th District. If you don't know, that's from Tacoma all the way out to the ocean, Bremerton, that sort of area. So he's come a long ways to be here today. And he's done, again, amazing things throughout his life, both in the private sector. I mean, he served in the State House as well as the State Senate, now in his 3rd term in the U.S. Congress, serving as a vice-ranking member of the House Appropriations Committee. If you follow this stuff, that's a pretty big deal. That's one of the only 4 exclusive committees in the House of Representatives. And so, coming after yesterday, I won't take his thunder, but yesterday was a good day to be a Democrat in the House of Representatives. We were lucky that after kicking some butt over there, he had a flight right that night and is here in Spokane this morning to talk to us more about what's going on in Washington, D.C. So please join me in welcoming U.S. Representative Derek Kilmer.
Hello, Democrats. Good to be with you. How many remember the morning of November 9th? Bad morning. Now, what Andrew left out of my introduction, I'm a dad. I've got a 10-year-old named Sophie and a 7-year-old named Tess. And my morning began with Tess waking me up and saying, "So Dad, what happened?" And I said, "I'm sorry, baby. Trump won." And she went, "Trump won?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Trump won." And she looked at me and just stared at me for like 10, 15 seconds, just staring at me. And then she said, "Well, Dad, I guess we have more people to educate than we thought we did." And now we know. So now we know. Now, we have a tradition on the day after the election in the Kilmer family. We go on vacation, in part to give my kids some fun and to remind them that they have 2 parents. And so we're driving to the airport, and traffic on I-5 North was just terrible, just complete bumper to bumper. I said to my wife, "We are going to miss our plane. I don't understand why there's so many cars on the road." And my 10-year-old Sophie chimes in from the back seat, "Everybody's going to Canada, Dad." Now, I want to make very clear, we're not going to Canada. We Democrats are here to stay and fight for our country. And that is why we got to give it up for Andrew and every party leader and party member in this room for fighting to get this country back on track. Let's give it up for our great party leaders. And I know he's left, but it's why we need to give it up for our Attorney General, not just because he fought against that ban that was unconstitutional, but because that executive order is not who we are as Americans. And I gotta tell you, you gotta give it up for the legislative dream team that you send to Olympia. Marcus and Billy and Tim Ormsby, give it up for the fighters of the Spokane area. They are doing great for you. Now listen, we Democrats are fighting to restore our democracy, and that means something to us. It means we believe that no foreign government should be able to have a role in our elections. Period. It means we as Democrats believe no one, not even a president, should be above the law. And it's why we say, Donald Trump, release your tax return. It is why we as Democrats are fighting for campaign finance reform, because we understand a basic truth, that money is not speech, that corporations are not people, and that we should repeal Citizens United. It's more than our democracy that we're fighting for. We're fighting for people. We're fighting for people. I want to talk about a few of them. We're fighting for a woman I met at the Community Health Center on the hilltop of Tacoma. And she said to me, "I have cancer." And she said, "I only have insurance because of the Medicaid expansion that occurred under the Affordable Care Act." She said, "To me, this debate that's happening in Washington, D.C. is life or death." And I want to tell you, I thought a lot about her yesterday when we beat back Trump care. I thought about 24 million additional people who would lose their care under the Republican health care plan. I thought about seniors who would have to pay 5 times more than young people if the Republicans had their way and that bill had become law. Now yesterday, because of you, because of people power, we were able to put that bill on the trash heap of history. So give yourselves a round of applause for making that difference. But listen, we're not done, because we've got to fight every single day for that woman with cancer and for a country where health care is not just a privilege for wealthy people, but a right for all Americans. We as Democrats are fighting for the next generation of Americans. I got to meet with a group of immigrant children in Bremerton, young people, dreamers. I met with a young woman from Bremerton High School, and she said to me, I came here as a toddler. She said, I built a life here. She said, I love this country. And then she said to me this, if Donald Trump wants to deport me, where does he want to send me? She said, I don't know any other home. I don't know any other country. And I will tell you, we as Democrats are going to fight for dreamers like her and against a president who wants to demonize immigrants and break up families. That's what we're going to do as Democrats. We're fighting for a guy I met in my hometown of Port Angeles. He said he's worked in the timber industry. And he said he's just like his dad had done and his grandfather had done. And he said, I can't tell you how it felt not only to lose my job, but to have to visit a food bank to feed my kids. And he said, I'm worried about the future. Now, when we as Democrats talk about building an economy that works better for everybody, it means something. Listen, this is personal to me. I grew up in a town where the jobs went away. When the mill shut down, my friends' parents lost their jobs, my neighbors lost their jobs. It's why I worked in economic development professionally. It's why I ran for office. And I'm going to stand up, and we as Democrats are going to stand up and fight against the Donald Trump budget that undermines economic development and undermines rural America, that cuts our agricultural extension offices, that cuts programs through the SBA, that cuts clean water programs and sewer programs and funding for roads and bridges and job training and financial aid for college students and K-12 funding. We're going to stand up and fight against that budget. And you know what else? We're going to fight for jobs. We're going to fight for rural jobs. We're going to fight for agricultural jobs. We're going to fight for hospital jobs. We're going to fight for building and construction jobs. We're going to fight for teacher jobs. We're going to fight for plumbers and pipe fitters. We're going to fight for teamsters. We're going to fight for firefighters. We're going to fight for home care workers. Thank you, home care workers. We're going to fight for laborers. We are going to fight for hard-working people across this country every single day. That's who we are as Democrats. I want to just mention couple other quick things we're fighting for. We are fighting for our seniors. We're fighting for a woman named Bertel Van Eyck. She's my grandma. Yeah. And in 6 days, she is going to turn 107 years old. I hope I have those genes. But I'm going to tell you this. My grandfather died in 1981. My grandma's ability to live with dignity for the last 36 years has been driven by the two most successful public policies in the history of this country, Medicare and Social Security. And we, as Democrats, when Republicans say they're going to end the Medicare guarantee, when they propose a health care bill that cuts 4 years off of the life of Medicare, when they want to make changes that jeopardize Social Security, we are going to stand up and fight back. Now, before I introduce our next speaker, I want to just mention two more folks we're going to fight for, and their names are Sophie and Tess Kilmer. And we're going to fight for all of our kids and for their futures, for their right to get a great education with great teachers and small class sizes, where our teachers are well compensated. If our kids want to go to college, we want them to be able to go to college without taking on a mountain of debt. We want our kids to grow up in a world where discrimination is a thing of the past. Where regardless of your race, your religion, your gender, your orientation, your ability, or disability, you are valued. We're going to stand up and fight for a future for them where we protect the planet, because our kids are only as safe as the air they breathe, the water they drink, and the earth that we are going to pass on to them. That's the future we're going to fight for. And I'll tell you what, not Donald Trump, no Republican Congress is going to stand in our way.